Welcome to Whiskey Book. Hope you like your whiskey. Hope you like your books. We got a little of both here. On this episode, I've got a special treat. I'm really excited about this one. My first bottle of Horse Soldier. But not only do I have a bottle of Horse Soldier, I've got a signed bottle. Hi all, welcome to Whiskey Book, where I relate whiskeys to books. And as the theme has gone, probably the last few episodes, most of them have been military history or a loose adaptation of that, with some good bourbons and some Irish whiskeys. I'm trying to get into the Scotch thing. It isn't working for me. It tastes like, I don't know, wet leaves. I'm not into the Scotch right now, but I'm trying. So anyway, today, before this thing blanks out on me, what are we relating? Ring of Death. Try not to get the Ring of Death. Horse Soldiers by Doug Stanton. And this is the old title of this book. It is now titled the same as the movie 12 Strong, the movie that is loosely based, more than loosely based, on that book. And we have a three-way relation going on here, because then the bourbon, of course, it's Horse Soldier, and Horse Soldier is distilled by Freedom Distillery in Columbus, Ohio, and the men in charge of this are the actual horse soldiers. Freaking cool, right? And what's cool about this bottle? It's signed Alex Hernandez, CIA Team Alpha. He even put CIA Team Alpha on there. But before CIA Team Alpha, he's one of the guys on the horses, for real. Isn't that cool? And all these guys got together, and they're making bourbon. Like, that's my dream, right? Distilling bourbon. How many of you have that dream? I have that dream. And they've got 3 iterations of this. This, because it's signed, I went out, got the big boy. I think this was about $70. And tomorrow, if you're watching this, what is today? Today is the 15th of July. If you are watching this today, tomorrow in Helena, Montana at Rocky Mountain Distillery, Alex will be there signing more bottles. Isn't that really cool? I'm going to definitely get to that. So I don't want to make this too long. My videos have been kind of reaching out there. So what I want to do is get to this. What is 12 Strong about? If you haven't watched it, well, why are you watching me? Anyway, go watch this. 12 Strong, it's about ODA, Operation Detachment Alpha 595. That's how the Green Berets designate their detachments. But Alex Hernandez, Green Beret, CIA Team Alpha, signed this bottle that I'm going to open and drink. Can't wait for that. Let's get into this book real quick, because I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get into this bourbon. I have been dying to get into this. I want to drink this so bad. So ODA 595, 9/11 happens, towers come down. Everybody who's in the military is like, let's grab our stuff and go. That's just how they are. That's how they want to be, especially special forces. Commander Mark Nutsch, Nutsch. He is also one of the leads, or not, if not the lead, on Freedom Industries Horse Soldier Bourbon. He and his team, from the actual soldiers, from what you see in the movie, not the actors, the actual soldiers who were there, have made, some of them have come up and made Horse Soldier Bourbon. Really cool. So why are they cool? 9/11 happens. They were going to go like the next week. Some things happened. CIA gets to Afghanistan. They're the first Americans in Afghanistan doing some things, but the first military branch to go in there were these guys. They were inserted covertly into Afghanistan, 40 miles from Mazar-e-Sharif. Yeah, pronunciation, I hope I got that right. About a month after 9/11, because of some delays. They got in October. They're inserted by 160th SOAR. In the movie, the actual helicopters they use are the 160th SOAR helicopters. It's the same ones. The equipment they use is true to life. I think there was a couple issues with maybe some tack vests, but most of the equipment is spot on. Inserted by Chinooks, 160th SOAR, Special Operation Aviation Regiment, who Black Hawk Down at 160th SOAR. If you know military, they're the special ops of the insert exfil helicopter. Great guys. To fight alongside the Northern Alliance, the Northern Alliance leader is Abdul Rashid Datsum. And Datsum's not the greatest guy. He's done some bad stuff, but Taliban's worse. That's where the book goes in depth, where the movie kind of just touches on it. Well, the movie shows some graphic scenes. Both of these definitely are rated for some scenes. The book goes way more in depth on how bad these Taliban are, the bad stuff they do. You read the book, you're going to want to go over and fight them right now. It's if you have any part of that in you, it ticks you off. I'm going to cut these shorter than I've used to because I go on and on 20 minutes into books and just, read it. It's really good. What I really want to get into is this bourbon, signed by one of the 12 members who was riding a horse into battle in Afghanistan as the first Americans in battle other than the CIA who was there. As far as what was accomplished, right before I get into this, the 12 members of the ODA led the Northern Alliance into this battle. They fought. In the movie, there's a big, I don't want to give it away. It's one of the coolest parts of the movie. There's a big scene, big battle. That's one of the things that's pointed out that's different. The movie is obviously going to be more dramatic. The book, anything you yelled at, if you know military tactics or anything, and if you're yelling at these guys in the movie to not do that, they don't do it in the book, and they do it the right way. Let's put it that way. Transition. Let's see if they did the bourbon the right way. So to open my bourbon today, for my birthday, my family wanted a Benchmade bug out. They got me a Benchmade bug out. This one is S30V steel, and I dig the coloring pattern on this. And then this, I can take this to work, put it in my pocket. Got to wear sometimes some fancy jeans, and this doesn't pull your pants down all this. It doesn't weigh your pocket down at all. You don't hardly know it's there, but when you need it, this little sucker's tough. So, as with whiskey book tradition, I am going to struggle to open a bottle in front of y'all. Well, maybe not. Bug out's making short work of this. See what kind of cork pop we get out of this thing. I know it's probably dumb. I've seen other channels do it too, where they rate the cork pop, but dang it, it's a thing. The look of the bottle is a thing, and the cork pop is a thing. So let's see what we got. Come on, horse soldiers, don't let me down. Woo! A+. Okay. So this is, oh shoot. You know what? I gotta tell you what this is. Dang it, I just want to drink it. Okay. Horse Soldier Reserve Bourbon, forged in fire. Oh, I love that. Forged in fire. Says it right there. Love that show, by the way, on History Channel. But the forged in fire, you know what that means. These guys were forged in the fire. Holy cow, we have 61 alcohol volume, making the proof, I can see that, 122. This is going to be some of the hottest stuff I've had in a while. Barrel strength, right there. Barrel strength, Horse Soldier. See what else it says. American Freedom Distillery. A lot of little words. Legendary men, legendary spirits. I can dig that. Definitely legendary men. I'm telling you right now. Okay, I'm going to get to the bourbon. Read the book, watch the movie, understand this history. This is American history. These are heroes. These are some of, I'm trying to stab myself. These are, the book, movie gets to it a little bit. The book is a lesson in leadership and how 12 men can make a difference. And my goodness, I didn't tell you what, I told you I was going to tell you what the outcome was. I didn't. So these 12 men go in, they take the Northern Alliance, they attack the Taliban, they push them back, they kick their butts all the way out. They were able to, now they didn't go into, I can't give that away, but they didn't get to go into Mazar-e Sharif. That went to another team. But because of the 12 strong who were there first, and the battle that they had and what they did to the Taliban, they liberated Mazar-e Sharif in just 3 weeks, something the Taliban couldn't, or the Northern Alliance could not do in years. they kicked some major butt. And that's what happens when Flintstones meet the Jetsons. The Jetsons bring some tools and help. It wasn't just these 12 guys, but they, because of the leadership, because of how well they work together, how they did, and that's what special forces do. They go in and they take the people who are there, build them into a fight, or take their fighting force, or either build or take their fighting force and get the job done, and that's what they did. All right, enough. I need to drink. Holy cow. All right, some barrel strength here. It's probably going to blow my nose away. I'm not used to... Oh, it doesn't, though. I don't smell just alcohol. Holy cow. Let's see what we get here on the nose. Okay, I'm getting... definitely getting the bourbon vanilla caramel. Oh, yeah. Down at the bottom of the glass. Smell in the middle, I get vanilla caramel. Down at the bottom, I get a maple buttery toffee. It's just a sweet bomb of like something you'd want on a Krispy Kreme. I mean, holy cow. Oh, that smells so good. I get a little bit of maybe orange peel in the middle too. So like this is definitely, I'm getting the sweet notes, but there's some... Gosh, I hate it when I do that. I compare it to other bourbons, but it's all I know. Well, pick a fruity bourbon. There's a little bit in there. Not much, though. It's just kind of in the middle. You get the orange peel, maybe a little bit of Coca-Cola Freezy, the Freezy smell. And a little bit, holy cow, usually only get that on one bourbon. A little bit of, I grew up on a ranch. I get some bourbons or one in particular, Woodford Reserve Double Oak, gives me like a greasy rag from a tractor smell, but kind of it's weird to say in a good way, but it just, that's what it reminds me of. Just a little hint of that way on the back, but most of that is sweet, yummy goodness right there. I mean, we're talking caramel, toffee, buttery, Coke Freezy. I can dig all this stuff. All right, let's go in. Oh, wow. All right. We'll have to take this in 3 steps. Take it right when it first hits. It zaps you on the tip of the tongue. That proof shows up right at the tip of the tongue. It's like a, hey, wake up, somebody sticks a hot shot right there on the tip of the tongue. But there's this buttery creaminess that just floats over the top of the tongue and on the sides of the mouth. It's completely coating my mouth. And it's still there. It's still there. The zap on the tip of the tongue is still there. It's this creamy butteriness that coats the entire mouth. And then it gets to the back and you get a little zap on the back of the tongue. You can kind of feel the proof going down. It is still there. It's just hovering there. It's a Werther's that's melted in your mouth. It's a liquid Werther's. That's what this is. And now sometimes you go back and you smell it after you taste it. You're just getting more sweet, not quite getting that the greasy rag. Definitely. There's something over here. Okay, so I'm still getting very sweet, very caramel, toffee, buttery. Well, like 12 Strong, they came in, they kicked butt. And what they did remained for a long time because this has a finish. Oh, wow. I can still tell the finish from the first sip I had. So, well, everybody, I'm already going longer than I wanted to go. Horse Soldiers. This book, it's now called, if you can find an old version, you have it on your shelf, read it. The book is now called 12 Strong, just like the movie. Read the book, watch the movie, read the book, do one, do the other, do both. Whatever you do, do one of them and then get this bourbon. Holy cow. Anyway, glad you joined me. Until next time, Whiskey Book out.